Hello and welcome to another edition of Durin Rebuilds Moria. I am your host, Durin Deathless, and today we've got a bit of a change up from when last we were on this video. Before we had done pretty good in rebuilding Durin's highway to a great extent. There'll be more to come with that when the devs give us hopefully some more housing items to add during building, or perhaps some other materials, that kind of stuff. So right now I'm going to show you a video of something that I worked on this past week, and that is a crystal descent staircase. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll start at the top. This platform over here was just kind of a work in progress, and I'll use this to kind of preface the work that it took me to do this. These crystals and any crystals in the descent, as well as this quest item, basically have a very large AoE for not allowing you to build things around it. I can get your basic structure there done, which is fine, but if I were to try and attach that even to there, I cannot. And if I were to try and build some more structures, like let's say stairs, it's red. Now I don't obviously have a lot of stuff on here, and tried to attach it there. It's still red. You can kind of tell on the edges. It's not as, see, it's orange this far out. If I try to do it way over here, there's no real floor to attach it to, so I could try and go, yeah, see, even going this close, it's just in a straight up red opaque, I guess. So when you get them that close to those materials, the game will not let you build into them. So I might play around with something since I can attach it to here. But again, once you start getting lower, and I'll show you heading on down. There's some preview there for you. If you haven't seen the screenshots on Discord, I recommend joining the Return to Moria Discord. There's quite a few people in there. Alright, I've got a couple of pillars at the bottom here. Platform, because as I'll show you, it will not let me build anything on top. Not one bit. Not like, you know, when it's red you can build and it'll immediately collapse. This just won't even let you build anything whatsoever. So therein lies the problem. And again, I am kind of close to that, so I did try doing the same. I've come quite a bit away from it, and we'll go back up high. As you can see, it's still red despite being far enough away, and I'm not real close to anything else that I can tell. So with that said, let's hop on down and let's get started. I'm gonna keep no flashlight on because I enjoy both the ambiance of going down here, but I've also lit it well, so heading on down. Kind of see there's more off in the distance there. Down. I've tried to light it with torches on the pathway that you can go along here. I'd love to be able to build a central pillar more toward the center, but as we found out that unsupported structures have a very short limit of 4 stories, as in 4 dwarven heights tall. And this is 2 rooms wide, so there's no real central pillar to go with. That's a ladder up to a ore, and we'll head on down. Do have to be careful though. I did not put any guardrails. Dwarves knew what they were doing. Down a little winding staircase, I guess, if you want to call it that. And at this point you have... well, you can go this way. Cross the bridge over here, but it really leads to nowhere. So, I just kept that for aesthetics. Maybe the devs will change something and there'll be something over there. Who knows? But you go under here, it's a bit of a... ooh, stuck there. Okay. Yeah. We'll hop on over here. I'll have to fix that. And at this point, there are 2 directions you can go. You can go left, or you can go right to go down. Take your pick. Both of them, you will need to cross some shadow areas. There is a small room there with a bunch of ore in the back, so let's go head on down this way. Down. A lot of bat droppings. This is one of those places where there are a lot of bats. Alright, let's go send to this before I get myself killed. Excuse me.
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
Well, that was a fun little bug. Normally you're not supposed to have 2 separate voices. Certainly the one that I have is a male voice and the other one there was a female voice. These are just extras that dropped. I'm just picking them up now. It's been very stable in several loads and rebuilds. And I say that because, like I said, it took quite a while to figure out the exact connection points for a lot of these, because there are a lot of crystals jutting out from everywhere and even some solid surfaces. You cannot put materials, stone, adamant, nothing like that into it, so it was really tricky to do. So we're going to head on over this way because I enjoy this one. It's a bit of a wider platform, a bit more of the main way you can go, and just for some aesthetics I added some embedded support columns. There's no real support whatsoever for those. They don't support anything. Alright, got another one over here. We'll see if this one has the 2 voices again, but sometimes that happens when you first load up the game and sing for the first time. It does 2 voices. Yeah, see, that time I didn't do it, but you also noticed that there was some... the torch that he was holding had some... I don't know what the technical term is, but it looked like it was losing its grip as it tried to resync with that Durin's lamp there. And just some ore. I enjoy putting a thing on here. I've not really bothered to try and rebuild I don't think you actually can build on top of these spider structures. So, yeah. It's too small for control. I need the large columns shaft, yeah. can't actually put it on there. You'd have to rebuild around it. Anyway, moving on. I tried to match this with the eastern stairs, with some of the, just some colonnades. Lovely little viewpoint. It's a wonderful aesthetic. And we'll head on down. Nice long staircase. It's nice in those areas where you can do long staircases. Now, as you can see, I just basically went around the corner there. So this was the shorter version. It's a shorter way to get in there. If you go back this way, that's really nothing but a dead end. Just support pillars there. Have a look down. It's quite a ways down. This is very, very tall. Room, or pair of rooms, I should say. You can go this way, but that leads just to a cliff dead end. There's nothing really over there. So we'll head on down. A little outcropping, you can take a look down and overlook. Lots of overlooks along here. I tried to keep those, and again, I tried to keep the aesthetic as much as possible. A little bit of a winding staircase. Gonna need to add another torch or a wall torch along here. Let's see. Craft a torch. That's fun. Okay, there. So we have that there. Yeah, let's just put a standing torch in the corner. Need a real huge one. Ooh, too far. There we go. Now you're not half blind and gonna accidentally walk off the staircase there. I didn't bother destroying some of these outcroppings. I think it's fun just to leave them personally. I know other people are more perfectionist, OCD, that kind of stuff. That is totally up to you. You can probably actually try and connect this all the way across there, but I don't see a reason. And the angle of this doesn't seem like it would angle up high enough to reach a higher platform. So, you can walk under here, get over to this stuff. I just added some platforms over there. This originally was kind of the area where you hop on down and go around, but the staircase I built on this side, this direction. Again, some of these shortcuts, some of the staircases had to be quite short and embedded in the rock. It's really tricky to try and get all of this done. Another ore there. You can come up over here if you want. Just a little platform. Up on around, again, probably some of the original way to traverse this location. Down and hop on down. Alright, here we have another kind of main level area. Connecting room. If you go right around here in the corner, you find a wizard's mark. Another overlook way, 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 way down. And that actually is the bottom. So, we're nearly there. Again, I connected this originally just with some temporary platforms since it's not level and we don't have the ability to rotate things more than 90 degrees horizontally. So, maybe the devs someday will allow us to manipulate things on a 360 degree basis, but for now, they do not. Left a rope ladder there just for funsies. Again, more just pillars for fun than functional. Here's one of those areas again where I mentioned if I want to put an animate column, I can't because it's too close to the one up there, which really kind of bites because it would be nice up there. That said, I'm going to put a couple of them up there. Maybe. There we go. And it's right up under there. So if I wanted to make that more level and go all the way across, I could, but I'm not going to. Alright, down into another main section. Nice wide entrance.
Aqua Durin rabia kudrir nachel im durta. Till Durin wakes from sleep.
Yeah, once you light that lamp, it adds quite a large AoE light source. Better than the little wall lamps. I hope that we can get some of the larger blue crystal lamps beyond just the quick crafting crystal flares that we can toss somewhere and can't actually use to put in anything. At least that I've found anyway. You'll find out in this game, if you didn't know already, that the worlds are not 100% randomly generated. There's a lot of stock rooms that the basic structure is largely unchanged, but little things like these blue crystal outcroppings, the little ore boulders, mushrooms, little random things that are dropped along here are kind of randomly generated, so you'll probably find that you have most of those shadow pools in the same place. Shadow wells, I guess the game calls them. This scenario you have to dig through, hop on down through here. And again, nice wide open area, kind of the main descent. Almost there. We'll sing one last time.
Kazad adnagan in muru, Kazad aknarazazanu.
You notice here that this Durin's lamp is the smaller one that you get the recipe for toward the end of the game, spoiler alert. Whereas this one over here is one that you rebuild. It has been left standing, created in-game, which I like. I like it taller, nicer. So I kind of wish they would match those, but I understand why they didn't. They wanted to differentiate between the two so people don't get confused and try and destroy things that are pre-generated versus this one where I can just, oops, wrong button. The deconstruct button. Hit there. Alright, heading on down, we're almost to the end. Again, nice wide open area. Some torches along to light our way. Another little vantage point, a little overlook towards some stairs. And if you notice here, I've got this column going all the way up. It doesn't really lock into anything. It doesn't really add any extra support to the structure like I thought it might. So just an FYI, and I don't need this anymore, so let's toss it. Bye-bye. There's the bottom. I like trying to light things up here in the world. I think that was greatly encouraged throughout the game with restoring light to Khazad-dûm, which roughly translates to Dark Pit in Elvish. We have the main staircase off of the bottom of the crystal descent. I sure as heck like that better than all the freaking rope ladders you get and all the temporary quick platforms, it's called, I guess. These two central pillars here were necessary to allow the bridge to span all the way across. You can see we've got some stone foundations that it's trying to pre-generate unnecessarily. A lot of wood scraps down here at the bottom for just trying to align everything. I eventually had to cross and do like I did for the bridge in Khazad-dûm just outside of Durin's Forge. Go as far as you can in one direction and then cross to the other side and start building from there, and through trial and error kind of realign at the same height and the same width, get some overlap. And you can see here this is where it started to overlap because it wasn't perfectly aligned and wouldn't go all the way across. So very difficult to construct, but largely I think it came across okay. Head on down, watch your head. And down here, this is after the first patch, the new travel point for the crystal descent for the bottom. And over here, behind the pillar, was the original one. You can see it's just blacked out. It's like the CIA came in and redacted the original travel point, which is pretty funny. I wonder if the dwarves would have something like a CIA. It's a fun thought experiment. Something to discuss in the comments. Let me know if you got a cleverer name than, obviously, the CIA for the dwarves. CDI, Central Dwarven Intelligence, maybe? I don't know. I don't know that the dwarves had such need of things. I enjoy collecting the honey. It's a fun little, easy way to stave off hunger temporarily and frequently until you can hop on over here and cook some food. I love that there are so many different recipes in this game. It's amazing. Probably one of the easiest to program for with regards to this game, rather than adding umpteen thousand different things like chairs, tables, dressers, drawers, that kind of stuff. I mean, we had to beg and plead for larger, just in-game chests besides the standard wooden chest, which they were kind enough to implement right away. But a lot of the other structures take a lot more time. You don't think about this, but really you have to have someone to program it. You have to have the 3D artist create it based on several different 2D sketches. Then you have to go and test it to make sure that it works okay. Does it deconstruct? What does it look like when it gets broken up? There's a lot of stuff that goes into these thought processes that most people just don't think about. So, you know, be kind to the developers. I know there's a lot of people who would like to see this come out faster, and that's fine. That's fair. But I think we're a little spoiled in that regard. I'm going to continue on now that we've hit the bottom of the stairs. You can kind of see a preview here. I've connected a pathway from here all the way to the other side of the lower deeps. I've gone from here all the way over here, all the way over here, because lucky for me, this map generated just a straight shot. It's not always the case when you on your map seed. Sometimes you'll have to go up and then back down, or this way, you know, down here and then back up and back over here, or you get to here and then you have to go up and then around. So I was lucky in that this made a straight shot all the way through. So I will show you that on my next video. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see going forward. Anything you'd like to comment on. Thanks for watching. Till next time.